Guys, this is the next target. If you look here, this is a Craftsman motor. It's a half horse, but it isn't an oldie. I think these are cast iron. I would say that they're probably cast. And if you look at the end bells, the way they're held on here, let's go down right there. We've got slotted screws with a jam nut on this side in 4 places, and on the other side we just have another kind of a castle nut on the back in 4 places. So really interesting. Anyhow, we're going to cut him apart. It's 115 volt. I get some insulated copper out of that and some brass out of the plug. So this ought to be good. This ought to have some good copper windings in it, I'm sure. Alright, be back. I'm going to just do a little work on this old motor here. Let's see. This ought to come apart pretty easy, I would think. These are strange. Huh. It's nutted on both sides. I thought that was a bolt. Some of them are a bolt. Let's see what do we need here. One, two, three. You're gonna be the tough guy, are you? Okay. Let's see what it's gonna take to get this other part apart. Be back. Alright guys, I got the bearing covers off on both ends because it's, like I said, it's a double shaft, one on each side. And we're about out on that side. I'm not sure how this bearing is. She's just floating in there. Huh. Not interesting. Let's see. Alright, we'll just slide that off, then drive the shaft out the other way. We'll show it. Be back. Alright guys, with a big enough hammer, you can do just about anything. So I just drove this shaft out. I got the 2 bearings off. They were just, it was interesting. It was just held on with the end bells and with screws on the caps. And I think this rotor's going to come out. Yep, there he comes. Holy moly moly. Look at that. Ain't that something? Okay, what do we got here? Holy smokes. Oh my, it's a little dirty in there, isn't it? Yike, I don't know what this motor did before, but whew, it was in the dirt. Alright, let me see where I go from here. Be back. Alright guys, this is a cast end bell And here's the dust ring. I just took it loose. It's metal. And outside of being really dirty and really heavy, my goodness, that's heavy. And it is cast. So let's see, where am I at here? Let's see. Let's see. Centrifugal switch, or something that looks like it should be a centrifugal switch. Oh, I see. There we go. There we go. And another dust ring in there. And this is all steel, as far as I can tell. Oh, some of it isn't. Alright, we'll tear it down. Okay, here's another dust ring. 2 screws. And some of these motors, you never know when you tear them down what's going to be in that motor. You know, there could be anything living in this motor. And that's definitely cast. Yep. Okay, so far so good. This is all trash, that's trash. That's metal. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm betting that these windings are copper. What do you think? As old as that is, I don't think they had aluminum back in those days. Alright, I'll be back. Let's see if we can get this bottom cover off this dude. I'll have a ton of steel off of this. Holy cow. There's no aluminum on that puppy either. Come on. I put these gloves on because, like I said before, you don't know what's going to be in here as you take it apart. Pretty sure that's metal. And whatever this is, I still don't know what this is. It's something to do with electric. I ain't never seen nothing like that. Huh. It's metal, and I don't know what it is. So, that being the case, it goes in the metal pile. Steel pile. Oh my goodness, look at these wires. Holy cow. This is a fun one. I've never done one quite like this, but I've been in the electrical industry. I was an electrician for like 40 years, but I never did see anything quite like this. Some insulated wire, and this is garbage. That's garbage. Okay, look at all this stuff here. Well, nothing alive. What is that, about a 9/16 maybe? Let's see what that is. Piece of tin. And they got these half-inch bolts in there. It didn't come apart. Well, she's tight to a nice thread too. I guess I could have put a ratchet on that, couldn't I? What else we got going on here? Yes, indeedy. That's a good one. I might have to weigh up all this steel just to see how much steel was in this one motor. Holy smokes, wrong end. Come on. Rust and dirt. Wowie. There's that outer. And there's what we're after, right there. Well, there's what it looks like in the bucket, guys. That was that's 17 pounds of steel, just in the end bells and the lower frame here, and the rotor. That's a lot of steel. That's not counting that steel with all that copper on it. Get that copper off and I'll bet we'll get another 5 pounds. Okay, be back. Guys, a couple really interesting things. The centrifugal switch ended up being solid brass and it was in a steel bracket. But that isn't the really interesting thing. The interesting thing is the rotor. Now, if you look close at this rotor, maybe not that close, but go out a little bit. This rotor is really heavy, and it's copper. The inside is copper. You can see it's copper clear to here, where I hit it with the grinder, and it looks like steel on the outside here, and I cut it. So most of this is steel. I'm sorry, most of this is copper with a steel kind of jacket on it that I have no idea in the world how to get that off of there. And you can see it's copper on both ends. I tried driving the shaft out, the shaft won't drive. And this retainer ring here, can't do much with that either, so. Very interesting. So I got some more precious metal than I thought I was going to get. All right, be back. Well, guys, I've messed with this just way too much now, and I got way too much time in this. So we're going to go a different route. I'll show you here in a minute. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to use the old chop saw and just cut the end off of this thing is what I'm going to attempt. So here we go. That ain't good. That ain't good. I think the motor got hot. We're getting a nice clean cut there. Alright, let me check this out and see what went amiss. Well, not 100% sure what happened to my chop saw, so now we got it on the bandsaw. We'll see what this is going to do. I'll draw it right on the shaft. This is just much slower. And you can see here, this copper is like in pieces running through. So I don't know if this is going to be worth my time and effort or not. Alright guys, we just got through the shaft. Cut her off. Copper coming off the edge, there it goes. Well, there you go guys, I cut that end off. You can see here, wherever my lens is, this is the copper that I had bent up off the end. And if you look at this real close here, you can see copper, it's in all these little holes all the way around. Don't know why they did that, because this is steel and that's steel. And the whole thing's going to go into steel now. Tired of messing with it. Later. Alright guys, we're going to give this a go. Let's see what we need. Cutoff wheel. Got that. I think I will do a dust mask. Then, let me get set up and I'll be back. Alright guys, let's give her a go here. Should be relatively easy. Alright guys, there she is. The end's off. It's real copper. That's some nice stuff there. Heavy. I will get this cut apart here, I think. Because this is real old school. You can see it's this crap breaking up. Take care of that. Him. Drive these out and we'll get more copper. Alright, be back. Alright guys, I'm starting to take this apart now. I had to get this, I guess this was tape at one time. It feels like paper maybe. This insulation. This is entirely different than what I'm used to. So, but these will come out after you get them undone. And they are solid copper, so they can go in a copper barrel. Comes out much easier than some of the others I've done. Wow, that is nice. That is nice the way that comes out. Alright, I don't know what the scrapyard's going to think about it, but I don't know if you can see, you know, all this. This is insulation between the windings. So these, instead of having the plastic liners in between, they've got this, for want of a better word, I'm going to call it cardboard or paper, or something here. And it comes out fairly easy. And then you can do like I'm doing here with a screwdriver. Get it in there and pull it up a little bit. Get a whole handful. I like the way that comes out. That's not bad at all. Okay. Okay, you can see all the stuff on these field windings. Wow, lots of it. So I got one little coil and two big coils, it looks like. I don't know how much of this you're wanting to watch, but you can't respond to me, so I don't know. There we go, there's a little one. Take them all. We certainly do. Alright guys, there's the stator core. Weighs 10 pounds 9 ounces. With the other 17 pounds, that's 27 pounds of steel out of one motor. So not bad, huh? For the steel. Multiply it by 4 cents a pound and it's not much, but it's more than I had before. Be back. Guys, well, I found the problem. You see these two little things here? Like these two little red things. They were inside the handle. That's what holds the trigger in place. So when you pull the trigger, you know, the trigger doesn't move. And when it moved, it shorted, and when it shorted, it tripped the breaker. So I need a new handle. That's all it needs for it. So it's nothing really serious. But my chop saw is down for a while. Alrighty then. That being said, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, come back again, give it a great comment. And thank you again so much for watching, even when we have problems.